Hola, me llamo Napoleon. Bienvenido a mi programa. Hoy entrevistamos a mi amigo Alize. Gracias. Alright, now that I've confused the YouTube algorithm, today we're interviewing my good friend Alize. He is a Ztuber, no idea what that is. He's going to explain himself, and I'm going to propose some very thought-provoking questions to him. Can you give me a description of the content you make and your sort of stance, like your kind of personality here on the on platform? Like, what do you do? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Alize. Alright, so I think I've been a YouTuber since I was like 12 or 13, like 2012ish, you know, that era. And I started off making, like vids because I wanted to be, the big YouTuber like everyone else did that at that time. And I made a couple videos from my hand, like the phone. And it was the crappy phones back then too, so I still have those up. And then it started with that, and then when I got an Xbox One, I think 2016 era or something like that, I started making videos off of my Xbox, and then that's where like played Grand Theft Auto 5 and all that stuff. And after that, I is when I became a VTuber, or I'd rather be called a ZTuber, but a VTuber is what I am,
All right, so why don't we
And
go
I
into
just one night I just kind of go ahead.
No, sorry, continue.
Oh, and so the kind of content I make now, the second is I post VODs from my streams on Twitch, or if there's copyrighted music in what I'm watching, like let's say karaoke, for example, or something that has like popular music, like San Andreas, I'll just stream it on YouTube because it won't mute me. It'll just tell me, hey, these people know that you're playing their song. So besides that, I just put VODs on here, and I make shorts off of the VODs I make, or there's a meme I'll think up or something.
All right, so you describe yourself as a ZTuber. It's on your Twitch. It's on your YouTube.
Yeah.
What is a ZTuber, man? Please fill me in. What is it? What is a ZTuber?
Alright. Buckle in, alright? I'm gonna tell you the story of how I thought up that special, very unique name that I swear no one else ever thought of. So I'm a VTuber, as I said, kind of the whole
If you're a VTuber, then why do you call yourself a ZTuber? What is the difference? What's a ZTuber?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna explain, how I came up with the term for it. So I'm a VTuber, as I said, but do you know that comic series, Marvel Zombies?
No.
So it's a comic book series about Spider-Man and them. But in that universe, they turned to zombies. So I was like, oh, okay. And I liked how the story went. So I was like, there's a lot of VTubers in the popular. I'm one, whatever. So what if instead of VTubers, there's a different universe? Same idea. What if all the VTubers turned to the zombies and crap? I said, well, the ZTubers, the ZTubers, zombie, stream tubers or whatever. So that's kind of how I started with the name. But the way it stuck with me is because I posted a kind of cringe video trying to make a trailer of it, And this girl said, hey, I like that title, I'm gonna take it. And I was like, oh, someone actually likes ZTuber, huh? Well, I'm gonna take it too. And we both just started calling each other ZTubers, and
so
that sums it up.
So who is this other VTuber?
What was her name? It was Cerberus or something. She doesn't stream. She only streamed like once a year ago, and then that was it. Zenko Cerberus or something like that.
Oh man.
So what is your link if you want.
So no, that's fine. So you've told me this a couple of times. You said that you don't like VTubers.
So you want me to explain what I mean, right?
Just explain that. Tell me. So you say, and you can say it right now if you want. Reinstate. You say that you don't like VTubers.
I don't like the majority of what they do. Yeah, a lot of the basic ones. I can explain it if you want to.
Please go on, explain.
So I am what I started as a VTuber, not because I wanted to be. I just one night I was like, okay, whatever. And I went on Twitter, made the thing like any other one. And then I seen that they would post like the same stuff. Like you could see a new VTuber every single day, right? A new 100 of them every day on Twitter, and yet never met before. But
I don't
they would
use
always
Twitter.
post. Yeah, they always post the exact same stuff. Like you would think, oh, like, well, here's the link to my channel, or like, yeah, that makes sense. But then there'd be those ones that say, like, what's it called, bait. They'll bait responses that they know will get attention because that's all they want. It's just the attention from it. They don't care about the people. And I hate those practices of just like the bait. Like, for instance, a lot of these, how do you say it, the not popular VTubers, but like ones that are like high in numbers, they will say, hey, male VTubers, there's so little of you and no one cares about you. You know what? I do. Come and put your link to my stream. No, go put your link to your stream and I swear I'll follow you. And me being a beginner, I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh yeah, heck yeah. I fell for quite a bit of them. But then the thing is, they just do it so you can, comment, make them more popular. The others will just straight up follow them, and then they won't do anything back.
Really?
And they do that a lot with like a lot of posts, like most of them. And then another thing is they're unoriginal. And I don't care about like the design or whatever they want to be. There's a lot of pink cat girls, whatever. Be what you want to be. Right. But you're like, yeah, but make your own design. I don't care. I don't care if you're a blue cat. But the second you start kind of like copying others in a way where you're all just like the same now.
I mean, that's just VTubers in general. I mean, they all just use the anime thing.
Yeah, like I don't like the anime thing, whatever. But the second they start thinking, like they act like they're in the like if someone's like, hey, I believe this, and let's say the majority of people don't believe in them, however, they'll just stick with that majority because they don't want to be canceled over that stupid culture thing is, Yep. And me being an idiot, I don't care either. So I'll be like, I'm not gonna do what they're doing. Did that even answer your question?
Yeah, you kind of answered it. I'd take that as an answer. So
I've been giving you.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with a more serious question. What's your opinion on trans rights?
Transgender stuff?
What's your opinion on trans rights?
Yeah, the transgender things, right?
Should they have rights?
Well, humans should, I guess.
But not them? Is that what you're saying?
I said humans. Are you not considering them humans?
On to the next question. If you could ask yourself, if you could give a piece of advice to yourself from 10 years ago, what would it be? I know this. This is one of my biggest regrets. I would tell my younger self, hey, being nice, like being a pacifist in a point where if someone threw something at you, you don't do anything back because it's not the right thing, or whatever. They hold on. All right. Wait. What did I say? Shoot. You were talking about your greatest regrets.
Oh yeah. Thanks. My mind went blank.
No
Yeah. Back then, I would have told myself, hey, just stick up for yourself. If they throw a soda at you, beat the crap out of them. Do something where you defend yourself. Don't be walked over.
Wait, what the hell? You get sodas thrown at you?
Yeah, like I was a middle schooler, or even elementary schooler even. And this random prick, I was in a choir class, and someone had a half can of Sprite on the floor for some reason. It was like near my chair, and then I didn't drink Sprite, so it wasn't mine, obviously. And this guy just kind of came in and he was like, hey, whose Sprite is it? And since it was by my chair, he assumed it was mine. Because they go through this, I was like, you throw it away, what the heck? I ain't mine. Then he just threw it at me. And back then, me just let it slide. He's like, alright, you prick, whatever. But this me would probably beat him, bro, because, I wouldn't have been happy.
What?
I really do not tolerate crap like that anymore. I was done being pushed around and walked on, you know?
I mean, I guess. So, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
why would you let that get to you so much? I mean, yeah, sure, it's like elementary school, but I mean, I'd just let it go.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know, right? But the whole point was I was walked over because of how I try to be the nice person. Not a nice guy, don't get it wrong, not that crap. But I was trying to be a good person, but what I thought was a good person back then isn't what lines up right now. So I tell myself, step up for yourself. That sums it up.
Well, I think that being nice, by all means, is truly the best way to live your life. No one really likes an asshole, and that's particularly true in general. No one wants to be around someone that is just negative constantly. That's just not healthy for the mind. That's not healthy for the body. So I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but I don't think that you should let one elementary school incident like decide your entire attitude about being nice in general. But that's just me.
Now, I didn't say that was the thing that led to me being me or anything. I said that was one instance. There's a lot of crap I went through. That was just one of the ones I can remember. One of the things that changed was way later down the line. But yeah, I just don't like being walked on anymore. So I stand up for myself. But back then I didn't. That's it. And then the negative part, though, I will say, it could go with positivity too. A pessimist is just as important as a what do you call the opposite of pessimist?
Optimist.
Yeah.
So
you need a balance of both, right?
You need both? No, I don't think you really need both. I mean, pessimists.
Because if one's too starry-eyed, thinking everything's all right and stuff, no one's gonna get anything done and realize that there might be fault in what someone else is saying or whatever. So I think there has to be a balance of both of these types of people. Hey.
But I mean, what I'm saying is that no one really appreciates a jerk, and
right.
I just think it's a bit immature to find pleasure out of being mean to people, even if people are nice to you. You know, there are nice people in the world. The world is mean, but there are nice people. So.
But being a pessimist doesn't mean you have to be mean.
Well, what have you been saying? You literally just said like now I'm mean. You were talking about how you're mean and stuff now, and I'm telling you that's pointless.
But the mean part, so I'm jokingly mean. I never want to be really like truly mean towards anyone. That's messed up.
You should have just said that at the beginning. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you are just if you're just fucking around with people, yeah, that's fine. You can mess with you. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's established.
I'm not mean. Yeah.
All right, we just went in a massive circle. Holy shit. All right.
But I just believe there needs to be pessimists along with optimists to make the world turn. Same how there needs to be nocturnal people with morning people.
What is that? What does that have to do with anything? What does a morning person have to do with a nocturnal person? What does that have to do with anything?
Both of them make the world turn, same as a pessimist and a
How do the two correlate in any sense? You explained how a pessimist and an optimist make the world go round. Tell me, how does someone staying up watching a movie on their computer, how does that correlate to someone that gets up early? How do the two make the world go round? You are making no sense right now.
Alright, listen up, child. So, in the daytime, a lot of people work, correct? Doing all these jobs that make the world turn, whatever. You know jobs. You get it. I don't have to explain that.
I'm aware
but
of
at nighttime.
I'm aware of employment, job specialization.
I know. I assume you know that. So I'm continuing on. And at night, while those people sleep, the nocturnal people are the ones that are doing the same jobs or other jobs to keep the world turning during the nighttime. Both sides are needed. Because a lot of people complain about the nocturnals or the day people, like, oh, they do this, oh, they do that. But in the end, they both are needed.
When has anyone ever complained about someone working a late shift? I've never seen anyone complain or hate on other people that they're just working their jobs.
You'd be surprised at how people act towards people who don't believe the same stuff they do or do the same stuff they do. Like, what's wrong with you, or whatever. There's a lot of terrible people in this world, a lot of them.
But there's also a lot of nice people like Mr. Beast.
Okay.
or you know, or people that give away stuff to homeless people. There are nice people in the world. Things are not that hopeless. God damn.
I don't know. If you see how people are treating each other, I wouldn't say we're in a good state for humankind.
We have never been in a good state. We have always been dealing with
Exactly.
issues as humans. We have always had war, poverty, hunger. We have always had these negative emotions throughout history. I'm not saying nothing has changed, but we are never going to live in a utopia where we are governed by
Yeah.
man. Never, because man is flawed as a creation. We are flawed beings. We can never obtain perfection in a sense. So yes, there will always be that sense of suffering, that belittlement that plagues us all. But people can choose to have a positive outlook and believe that things are getting better. And I for one believe things that things are getting better. You know, you see things, you see trends. You see modern medicine improve. You see people getting jobs. You see people making money. You see people being happy. You see people being able to live under a roof with their family. That is awesome. That warms my heart. Things are not as bad as they seem. They are certainly better now than 100 years ago. Maybe even 200 years ago. We have never been in as good as a state as we are right now. This I will swear my life on. This I will swear my life on. So,
I believe you. I agree with you on all that.
If you agree on me, then why would you say that things are bad right now? You are making no sense right now. What are you talking
just that I agree with you doesn't mean that I'm wrong. And I'm going back on what I'm saying.
You are literally eating your own words. So agreeing with me, I'm completely contradicting your point. And you say that you agree with me. How can you say that you're right when you agree with me if I'm giving you the opposite of your answer?
That doesn't mean that so I know what you're saying, and medicine counts as all that. Yeah, of course. That's obvious. Yeah, that is good. We are
obvious. Yes, we are in a great spot.
Right?
Yes, it is obvious.
But doesn't mean we're still in a great state, of course. You know,
I'd argue that we're in a pretty good state.
Like, you want to talk more about that? Let's say, there's a lot of people out there. I don't know much about the whole left or right ideology, whatever, right?
What does this have to do with the left or right? We are talking about humans as a whole.
I'm just saying, in the whole world, people can't agree. And that non-agreement is what's kind of ruining everything, too.
What are you talking about? People can't agree. People agree on things all the time.
And then they disagree on things, but then when the other finds out the other disagrees, they get in a big argument over it, as if they're the ones in the right the whole time.
What are you talking about? If I get into an argument, with, let's say, our friend at school, we forget about it the next day. We forget and we forgive. That is how arguments work.
Yes, your friend. But if you go and get an argument with a person, another human that you don't know, pretty sure they're gonna never agree with you unless you make valid points.
No, I'm not gonna be well. For one, if you're getting so bent out of shape about a differing opinion, I think you're mentally immature. First of all, if someone disagrees with me, that's good for them. All right, they can back up themselves and maybe even change my opinion. Humans, we have differing opinions. If we were all the same, life would be so boring. We would have nothing to talk about. We would have nothing to discuss. We would have nothing. There would be no improvements because we all just agree on one thing. It's the fact that we disagree. We're able to converse. We're able to talk to. We're able to connect because we find these differences.
That leads right back into the pessimist, optimist thing. We need both sides.
How the hell does this go back into pessimist and optimist?
Because you just stated what I was trying to state. We need both pessimists and optimists. But you're saying no, we should only have optimists. You're saying we only need positivity in the world.
I didn't say that we only need positivity in the world. I just said things aren't as bad as they seem, and I think that pessimists, at least some of them, they are true. They are right when they say when they point out things like no water in several African countries or the growing student loan debt. When they talk about current issues, I'm not ignoring them. I'm just saying they look bad, but on the same time there are advancements being made that just better the human race. Like we just made it. Like there was a breakthrough in nuclear fusion just a couple of days ago, to where we can get clean, renewable, free energy instead of relying on fossil fuels. and deforestation for energy. We can achieve this through nuclear fusion, which is so much better for the environment, and overall a great advancement to have made.
That is awesome. I didn't know about that tech thing happened a few days ago.
So I'll admit that you're right with the balance thing, but I wasn't saying that we only need one. I was just saying that things aren't as bad as they seem. And I think the whole view on that is that when you're only looking at negative news, you know, all these bad things happening, it gets to your head. You think the world is done, it's going to explode, you think life is terrible, and you think you are at the worst possible spot in the universe. And it all changes once you look at the good things in the world. You know, the philanthropy, charities, when you look at progress being made with civil issues, you realize things aren't as bad. If you focus on the bad, you're obviously going to think that the world is bad. But if you focus on the good, you're obviously going to think, you know, the world is flawless. So you're right when you say that there's a balance.
Wrong. Yeah. Yeah, they need, yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Yeah, just a balance. We agree whatever the crap that is.
See, and going back to what you said about arguments, we just had a discussion here, and I don't hate you. Do you hate me? Do you hate me?
No.
See,
no,
see.
Yeah.
Two people can have a disagreement on something. It doesn't mean that they hate each other. It just means that they have different opinions.
See, and that's how it should be, right?
Exactly. The fact that we're able to talk about these issues, the fact we're able to talk about our opinions and back them up and, you know, exchange conversation, it proves we are mentally mature, and that, for one, you know, arguments aren't a bad thing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different mentalities and all that crap, of course.
Exactly.
So, any other questions you have?
Nah, I think that's a great spot to wrap it up.
Really?
Yeah.
You mind if I ask you questions too?
On my show?
Or you want to end it? Yeah.
Oh, hold on. You're going to be asking me questions on my fucking show? Are you serious?
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with it. No, nothing like that. Just like just normal things.
I know, I'm playing with you. Alright, sure, ask me, what's up?
What was it? It went away. Of course it did. How's your day so far, man?
Fuck, my day has been fine, thank you.
Was it, me and Chicken were playing earlier before he took his little nappy wappy, but I decided to get, I bought a killer.
Oh, really?
And then I'm new to him, so of course I'm not that good yet. You know, being new to him.
Who do you get?
But Ghostface. I wanted to be Pyramid Head, but then I just said, "Hey, Chicken, you pick Pyramid Head or Ghostface?" He said, "Pick Ghostface for now." So, and then I tried it. And
Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is so much fun.
Yeah, I like. You know, I'm the type that likes to be upfront with the villains. You know, like with his name Trapper and.
Fair. Anyway, I think this is a great spot to end it off because we are getting a little bit off track. So thank you so much for the interview, Chicken. I had a great conversation. Thank you. Have a nice night.
Chicken.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alize. Have a nice night. Great talking to you, man.
Nice talking to you, Napoleon. And
All right, that was the interview with Alize. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Join the Discord. Man, that was a very meaningful and philosophical conversation we just had. I really got philosophical on his ass. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice night.